What it do, gang? We live, we back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. We are the leaders in single entry 3 max and 20 max content. But look, have no fear, man. If you don't play those particular type of contests, there's no need to worry. Maybe you're a 150 max, or maybe you're a cash game head to head player. Does not matter, man. Trust me on this one. If you're playing NBA DFS, just go on and hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification bell on, man. You will not be sorry, all right? And while you at it, while you clicking those buttons, just going on over there and hit that like button for me, man. It's probably some of you new watchers, man. I know a lot of my old watchers, they be hitting that like button. Some of you new watchers, new to the fold, man, not quite sure what you're seeing. You know I see you tuning in, right? You know I see you coming here multiple times and not hitting that like button, man. Go on and hit that thing for your boy, man. It's greatly appreciated. I appreciate you. Listen, I need 100 likes on this video or I may go on strike for like a week, all right? Let me get 100 likes, man. I had to threaten y'all to get y'all to these 100 likes, but I'm gonna have to do it, man. Let's get to it though. It's the starting five, man. Why I bring you 5 plays that's more than likely going to be in my player pool on DraftKings and FanDuel. If you're new to the channel, I say more than likely because it's NBA DFS. You get late scratches, injury news, before lock, after lock, all types of things. If you've been playing NBA DFS for a while, you already know what I'm talking about. If you're new to this, you're going to quickly find out, all right? So let's get into it to start you off. Now, we got the tale of 2 different slates today, man. They trying to make me work today. I had to get in the mix this morning. You got an 11-gamer on DK as your main slate. Then you have an 8-gamer on FanDuel as your main slate. DK dropped the 10 o'clock games and FanDuel dropped the 8:30 and up games. So it's 2 different slates here, kind of going to look a little different. But let's get into it and give you what you came for. At the top, at the point guard, man, I want to look at Cole Anthony here, 6,500. Now, I know they like to bring him off the bench. He never enters the starting lineup no matter what really goes on. They like him coming off the bench. But you get this matchup here against the Denver Nuggets. It's a tougher matchup. Denver has a very solid defense, but they enter this contest with no Franz Wagner. And I think that's really going to put a stranglehold on their offensive playmaking, especially if they don't put Cole Anthony into the starting lineup. If he's not in there on the starting lineup, you really got Paolo. Only Paolo Banchero is the primary playmaker. I like Banchero a little bit as well. Like I said, even though it's a tough defensive match, the injuries over here help these guys out. But Cole Anthony, man, 6,500, no Franz Wagner. He should, even though they bring him off the bench, with no Franz Wagner in this matchup, he should see 30 minutes, possibly more if it's a close game. And Cole Anthony's a guy we've seen when he's getting 30 minutes or more, we've seen him crush this price tag. Cole Anthony he didn't drop 45, 50 for you when he didn't got over 30 plus minutes. So at this 6,500 price tag, even though he's probably not going to start, he still could because we don't know what they're going to do with this starting lineup. You know, they could go 3 smalls back there with Suggs, Anthony, and Black and just let Banchero and Batadze be down there. So we don't know what they're going to do with this starting lineup. Definitely like keep an eye on that news. But no matter what they do, I think Cole Anthony stands a good chance to see extra minutes. He normally gets 20 to 20 or like a 22 to 28 range, depending on how the game, under normal situations, how the game going, etc. But in this spot with no Franz Wagner, I think he can approach 30 minutes and possibly more if it's a close enough ball game. I like getting a Cole Anthony here at 6,500. Coming in at the shooting guard, a guy that's definitely going to garner some ownership, but at this price tag and this matchup, he absolutely should. Going back to Donovan Mitchell, 9,500 here. Listen, he's playing the Wizards, man. Up-paced matchup. They literally just played this team, and he dropped 40 fantasy points for you in 24 minutes. So if the Cavs can if the Wizards can somehow keep this game somewhat close, and Mitchell can get his 30-plus minutes, man, he can absolutely destroy this price tag, especially with no guard and no Mobley over there. He is the primary playmaker for this Cavs offense. With those guys out, a lot more assist opportunities, any more scoring opportunities that he can handle. I like getting Donovan Mitchell at 9,500. I know a lot of people going to like him as well, but we get different with other plays, all right? Now, coming in at the small forward, very tough today on DK, pricing-wise and just matchups and all the whole 9. But a guy I have interest in is Kawhi Leonard at 8,600. 6,800. Now this Clippers team this offense has been moving fairly efficient as of late. Everybody's kind of playing very efficient. Kawhi, Paul George, Harden, they look good. Defense is playing well, and it's always tough to decide between one of the big three. I typically stay away from them, but given the pricing and how I'm looking at this slate, and given that Kawhi Leonard has been on a tear lately. Now listen, I know game log watching gets this negative connotations. You hear it all the time, the game log watchers. I think you can use the game log, but not as the end all be all, but just as a piece of the puzzle, man. When I'm using the game log, I don't just look. I like to look at the whole season for one. When you're looking at a guy, if you look at the whole season game log, it can tell you his range of outcomes for this particular season. I don't care what he's done in the past years or past season or whatever. When you look at every game he's had this season, especially up to this point, most teams have dealt with injuries and guys being out. You want to see what's a guy capable of. So there's no reason to go all in on a guy because he might get 40 points in this spot if you haven't done it all year. Like, what's so different about it, or what's so special about this particular spot or game? That's what you have to look at. So when I use game logs, I like to look at it in totality. And it's also a good sense as don't look at the last game, but I like to look at the last 5 or 6 as well, just to see if a guy's on a heater. Like, guys do get in rhythm. These are professional players. They have hot streaks, cold streaks, that and the third. Guys, people tend to, especially with DFS, people tend to get away from guys when he's on that cold streak. But when they on a hot streak, they want to act like, oh, it's going to end sometime soon. I just play for it. If it's a great spot and I think he got a chance to do it, I'm going to play it. I don't worry about a hot streak coming to the end. It ends when it ends. It starts when it starts. But use the game log as a whole, as a piece of the puzzle, not the whole thing. I just want to drop that little nugget on you. But Kawhi Leonard, man, game logs, just looking at it, just 53, 49, 56. He had 133, 57, 44, 45, 56, 58. Like these last 10 games or so, man, he has just been playing well. And now you get a matchup here against the Pelicans, one of the more expected to be better games on the slate. It's a lot of big totals. This is on like a 3-point spread, so expected to be a little more competitive game here. I like looking at Kawhi Leonard here in this spot. Going to take some chances on him going against these Pelicans at 8,600. Now, coming in at the power forward spot, I'm going to go right back to my boy, man. I told y'all last time, any game that it's a pace-up game and he can play in transition, the kid is a monster, man. You saw it last time out. He gave you he should have had 50-plus fantasy points. He got some early foul trouble, but he getting another juicy game here against the Pacers, similar to the Wizards, similar to the Pistons. The Pacers are the fastest team in the league with the worst defense, man. Jalen Johnson, this is the perfect game environment for a player of his skill set. When you just watch him, man, and playing in transition, just last game against the Thunder, how he just galloping through players. He's like a gazelle out there. Like, this is his type of game, man. Look, it might be a 50-plus burger from him again. I don't want to just put that out there because he's not a star, but he's going to do a lot in this game, man. The way the Pacers move the ball and get up and down the court, it is just designed for Jalen Johnson's game. I'm going to have plenty of them. Might be a little sticker shock. The price tag is coming up, but promise you, in this game environment, long as barring foul trouble, injury, anything, he can give you a nice return on this price tag. I like going right back to Jalen Johnson at 6,900. Now, at the center spot is where we're going to have to try to find some value over here on DK. And I'm looking at this Portland front court here, man. I don't know what they're going to do. They still down Ayton and Moses Brown. So you just have Badgie and Reef. I think Reef might be the better of the two, but we did see Badgie get the start last time out, but that's because Reef was coming off an injury or just coming back into the rotation. Both of them got kicked out of the game. It done fouled out, ejected. Both of them was gone. Does not matter. But I think Reef is the starter here, man. I think he's a little better player. And we saw him before he got injured get 30 minutes and turn in a nice game for you. No real dominant center or anything at the center position to worry about over here for Dallas. Lively could be out, so you could get Paul in there. So it's not like a dominant offensive presence that he could get in foul trouble, anything like that. I'm going to take some shots on Doo-Wop Reith here, provided he's in. It doesn't even matter if he's in the starting line. They can start Badgie. I'm probably still going to play Reith. I just think he's the better of the two, man. So definitely going to look there for some value on this slate. But there you have it, man. Just starting 5 for DraftKings. Cole Anthony. Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, Jalen Johnson, and Doo-Wop Reith, man. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pool that you know they're going to be in mind, man. If you haven't hit that like button, I don't know what you waiting on. I don't know why you sitting there acting like I ain't blazing y'all with this video right now, man. Hit that like button. All right, now coming in over here on FanDuel, like I said, you got the 8-gamer over here, a little different look, man. I really had to get in the lab and put these lineups together this morning, these starting fives for you. I ain't gonna say lineups just yet, but at the top, Donovan Mitchell, man, 10-6, price tag is up over here, but for all the reasons I just stated, man, he's the reason he's your thumbnail. He's gonna garner ownership. But he's just one of the best players. Like I said, especially if Cleveland can keep it close. They can find... I'm not Cleveland. I keep saying Cleveland. If the Wizards can keep it close, if they can find a way to stay in this game, Donovan Mitchell should put a big performance up for you. At the shooting guard, I want to look at Kelly Oubre, man. We're still without DeAnthony Melton over here for the 76ers. Oubre should be in the starting lineup. She see plenty minutes here in this spot, man. And he's a guy you know you're going to have to depend on his scoring. He's a very, very streaky shooter. But when he gets it going, man, and he gets it flying, they give him a green light, and he's aggressive with it. So I like taking a chance on Kelly Oubre at 6,300. Like I said, we scrounging for value early. We're going to need news, especially over here on FanDuel when you don't got the Portland game. And those guys over there, we're going to definitely need news in these first couple of games to find value on FanDuel. But like Kelly Oubre at 6,300. At the small forward, staying with my boy Jalen Johnson, man. I'm 7,200 over. I don't care that the price is going. He got 50-plus point upside in this matchup, man. I'm looking for him to put together a monster game here. Maybe one of the better games he's seen of his career. This is the spot for him. Give me all the Jalen Johnson at 7,200. At the power forward spot, going with Kyle Kuzma. Price is coming down over here on FanDuel. We've seen he's been a guy that's been in the middle and high 8s over here. Just has not had big games as of late. I mean, he's been solid, just being okay middle in performances. But if the Wizards do find a way to stay in this game, it's going to have to be from Kyle Kuzma playing well. So kind of going with a little game stack here with Mitchell and Kuzma, hoping the Wizards can stay in here and push the Cavs, and we could have a recipe for success over here, like getting Kyle Kuzma at 7,800. And then round out at the center, I want to look at Karl Anthony Towns. He's another guy whose price is falling. I like the price much better on DK at 7,200. He's in play over there as well, a little bonus play for you. But I like him on FanDuel here too, 7,900. He's another guy that was, like I said, high 8s. I think he might have been in the low 9s at the beginning of the season. Price is just dropping. He's struggling, I guess, over there so far this season, as Anthony Edwards is clearly the alpha. But he's still very capable. Tough matchup here against the Houston Rockets. But I think he does have a little size advantage down there against Jabari Smith. Not height-wise, just weight-wise. I'm hoping he can take advantage of that and have his way down there a little bit here in this matchup and take advantage and get going. He's been struggling as of late. I don't expect that to continue. He's a solid player in the NBA. He's been an all-star before. Give me some Karl Anthony Towns, 7,900. I expect him to correct it here soon and get this turned around. I'm going to take some chances at 7,900 in a tougher spot that I know nobody's really going to go to. But with the price falling, I think we can get a buy low spot on Karl Anthony Towns. All right? There you have it, man. Just starting five for FanDuel. Karl Anthony Towns, Kyle Kuzma, Jalen Johnson, Kelly Oubre, and Donovan Mitchell. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. They for sure going to be in mine, all right? That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.